It's snapped over the head of Peyton Manning. A flag is down, and the ball's out of the back of the end zone.
I have no idea what happened on that opening snap for Denver. Weirdest thing. I would say the crowd was about a quarter as loud as a typical CenturyLink Field crowd, but I can tell you every 12 that was at that game was screaming their lungs out. I don't know if that affected the play, but it changed everything.
The day was incredible. 500 people in a 200-person bar, and boy, just an amazing, it was an amazing thing to be a part of. And boy, the way it started, that place just erupted, so it was pretty special.
The snap that went over Peyton Manning's head, I had a good sense. This is our night. And then it just steamrolled.
Manning gets hit. Ball up for grabs. Picked off by Smith. Malcolm Smith. All alone. No flags. Touchdown, Seattle.
At the end of the first half, we were just like, is this really happening?
My daughter texts me right before halftime, and she says, can I take the day off of school so I can go to the parade? And I said, hey, wait a second. There's a lot of football still to be played here.
Everyone was saying, hey, no one's ever come back from a deficit like that. It's never happened in the history of the Super Bowl. The Seahawks have put themselves in a position where they literally can't lose. Well, I guess the inner Coug in me, after the New Mexico Bowl, said, wait a second. Let's just hold off on that just for a moment. There's still a chance. It's still Peyton Manning. It's still the Denver Broncos offense. And you need to still score because they're going to score. They're going to put points on the board. That is a foregone conclusion. Doesn't matter how good the defense was. Well, we were wrong on all accounts.
I was actually told, we was actually in the locker room, and I told all the offensive players, don't even worry about getting off the bench. And they all kind of looked, and we had a feeling we was going to make some big noise. So I knew if they even gave me a chance that I was going to do something dangerous. So once it happened and I scored, I just looked up and just was like, wow, it actually came true. When Percy scored, I texted her back and I said, yeah, you can have the day off from school to go to the parade.
We all looked at each other and just kind of said, wow, it's over. They've won a championship, and there was almost like an exhale.
We knew we were going to be Super Bowl champs. I knew at that moment something that I never thought was possible. The Seahawks were Super Bowl champs, and it will stay with me for the rest of my life.
You're a world champ right here, baby!
With all the confetti on the field, I made sure to grab some of that confetti for my own personal collection. I didn't want that moment to pass us by.
I stayed for as long as I could in the stadium just to try and absorb it all. I had a nostalgic feeling of, wow, this may never happen again.
When I got on the field right after the game, first thing I saw, the first image was Russell Wilson holding the Lombardi Trophy over his head, and then behind him, that image on the big screen, and it was just so surreal, the confetti flying everywhere, and I was like, is this real? Am I dreaming? It was unbelievable.
What we got after the game on the field with the confetti flying and the emotion still raw and the Lombardi Trophy up there, we got raw emotion. We saw what it meant. And to see what it meant to a guy like Jermaine Kearse, who's from here. He's one of us. He's you, he's me, he's from here. He's born and bred, grew up in the city of Seattle or Tacoma in that case. To see what it meant to him and what he did to help bring that here to us, that meant a ton. And I didn't care if he was a Husky and I was a Coug. We laughed, we had fun, and that's what it was all about. It brought everybody together, and that's what a Super Bowl, and that's what an NFL team winning a Super Bowl does.
World champs, baby. We're the world champs. I can't wait to get back to Seattle. What's up, 12th man? That was for you.
Seattle deserves this. The city of Seattle deserves this. The whole Pacific Northwest, best fans in the country.
Just everything around the victory was so incredible. High-fiving people, hugging people you don't even know. Just the feeling of elation, the weight off the chest, the weight off the back. Everything was so perfect about that victory. And just for it to be a blowout the way it was, one of the biggest blowouts in NFL history, whew, there's nothing better.
On the inside of the Seahawks Super Bowl rings, there is a quote, says, leave no doubt. And that was one of the Seahawks catchphrases from this season. They left no doubt in that Super Bowl. That was one of the greatest defensive performances of all time.
Can't wait for the parade. 12s come out, just make noise, louder. Let's just do it how we always do, man.
And Seattle was about to do just that. A party for the ages next.